I live in between worlds, which means I essentially live everywhere and nowhere. I'm a nomad, and I'm here to tell you why that is. I was born and raised in Germany, in the suburbs, with a single mother, in an upper middle class area with carefully manicured front lawns. And I was a rather peculiar kid. I think they called me spirited. And so my mother thought it was best to put me in hippie school where such behavior was the norm and it was also encouraged. Nobody would try to get me to conform. I was taught to defy authorities. I was allowed to bend the rules. I learned how to take matters into my own hands and create my own reality. And I loved it. But there was one reality that I couldn't change, no matter how hard I tried. And that was that my home was never safe. My mother is emotionally extremely unstable, and her behavior was volatile, vindictive, and manipulative at best. And when you grow up around someone like that, you live in fear. And you live in this paralysis, always waiting for the other shoe to drop. You do not know what you're coming home to. Life and the world feel unsafe. My life was stressful, so much so that at the age of 17, I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress syndrome. At the age of 17, I had grown tired of living. But honestly, that was the best thing that ever happened to me, because there was an outside source validating that I was at the effects of traumatic behavior. And it gave me permission to leave, because I believed that life could change. I had the conviction that my past did not have to define my future. I believed that I could create a life unlike my past and fill it with joy, love, and happiness. And with that, my quest began. There was no real method to the madness. I just went out there into the world, and I did things like buying one-way tickets to Brazil with a pocket full of cash and a Spanish language book to arrive at 2 o'clock in the morning and find out that not only didn't I have a place to stay, but I also realized that, of course, I don't speak Spanish in Brazil. But to me, that didn't really matter, right? I was hard-headed and determined, and I felt like I could go anywhere I wanted. I found great joy in living dangerously. I ended up hitchhiking all across South America. I was an adrenaline junkie. I wasn't afraid to die because I had nothing to lose and not really anything to live for. After a while, my fellow travelers went home, and I had no place like that to go. My heart had no home. And I believe I was somewhere in Italy at the time, and I was lonely, I was lost, and I had an urge for normalcy. You know that thing that I believed to be behind those carefully manicured front lawns I knew growing up? And I knew just where to go to find it. My father resided here in the US with his wife, and they had this beautiful country club sort of life that was stable, and it looked really safe to me. So I came here, and I wanted that. And I tried to fit in, and I tried to play by the rules badly. And I went to school, I went to college, I collected pedigree, and I played tennis at the country club. And I graduated with honors, and I left school, and I went straight into entrepreneurialism. It was exciting, I made money, and I got a car, I got a condo, and I created this perfect picture, and I had a boyfriend that fit into the picture, and we really looked great together in the picture, and we had absolutely nothing in common. I was uninspired. I felt dead on the inside. The life I was creating didn't fit me at all. So I left him, left that, new city, new startup, same story. Once again, I would come home at night and I would watch the ceiling fan go round and round in circles, stuck in the self-created confinement. I had lost myself in this illusion of safety. I had lost my sense of freedom, and I had certainly lost my passion for life. Something fundamental had to change. And I decided that I was going to take the only road I had not taken, and that was inward. I wanted to feel something real. I immersed myself in yoga and meditation. I started reading books, anything from positive psychology to metaphysical textbooks. I experimented with a great variety of New Age shenanigans, and over time, something changed. I unfroze. The paralysis was leaving. My life became vibrant, electric almost. And with this came the realization that, of course, it was professionally completely misaligned. And it was time for me to leave and go back out there into the world. And I quit my job again and bought another one-way ticket, and I've been buying one-way tickets ever since. I went out there to join my fellow nomads, these other light-hearted lovers of life. You know, the people that speak my language? By that I don't mean English, Chinese, or French. I mean the language of the heart. I wanted to walk amongst those people that know what it feels like to consistently want to leave, learn, grow, and change. They taught me how to create a framework in which I can thrive. So today, I live in New York, but I come and go. I go where my heart takes me. I go where my work has the most impact. I have the privilege to walk other people through a journey of getting unstuck, of reclaiming their own personal freedom and let themselves be driven by love and true passion. My life today feels real. It is cracked, it's flawed, but it's vibrant and it's exciting. It is full of love, joy, and true pleasure. And I wouldn't want it any other way. So yes, I wonder, but I'm not lost because my vantage point is motion. Thank you.